Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, and to play some of the games immortals have called home. Johnny the Jet, Frazier, Crouch, Rozier, and many, many more have built this big red legacy as this crowd is ready to cheer on their beloved Cornhuskers. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense set on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Unloads to the wideout. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Allen. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. To the air, it's Morris. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Leaves it with the running back. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves to change for the first down.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska's had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown, but the hit forces the incompletion.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. He's going to take off. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Quarterback checking off. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going to try to get it himself. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
He's right on target. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Arizona in a hurry. To the ground with the back. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On fourth down, going to the air. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
They'll throw it on first down. He'll take a shot. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Husker.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
And you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. He's going to pass. Sends it downfield. He's got it at the 15. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going to take a shot. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Well, that essentially ends up being the punt for the offense. Third down, you're taking a deep shot. Because you were able to make the tackle relatively quickly after the guy picked it off, it's essentially just flipping the field.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a man, it's Morris. Looking deep down the right side. Pulls it in inside the 10. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
Nebraska 7, Arizona 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
This offense is high-octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Pittsburgh came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's going to let it go. And incomplete on the deep ball. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes,
open runway ahead. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. Arizona right back to the line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Here comes the hurry up. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. No, he just flat ran over it. And the Wildcats get it past the sticks.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. And it's no good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
That's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
1st down here for the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. They're trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
2nd down coming up.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking for a man. It's Morris. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Got room at the 35. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
It's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance. And I mean, you've got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You've got to work the perimeter to both sides. You've got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over the middle. And they did right there.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
you see these windows, they're getting smaller and smaller to throw into. Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a hand in there and knocking that ball away.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half, down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Moving out of the pocket. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Arizona in a hurry. They'll try the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Handoff from the gun. He just refused to go down, kept finding space and picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 1. Try to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it on the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Coming after it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw, it's Morris. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Huskers will line up to kick off and start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Give to the running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
Trying to get to it. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Trying to make magic with his feet. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
It's now 2nd and goal.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Just plowing ahead. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Nebraska 14, Arizona 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. After the run, now to throw. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch. He does it in a big moment here in this game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Snags it on the right. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. You know, when I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To throw, it's Morris. Getting some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with a lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll leave it with him. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
And with a lead like they have here in the fourth quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Got his man. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give and tick, 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 tick. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. They're bringing heat. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
Now, 4th down.
1 for 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Huskers. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He'll pull it down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On the option, the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line.
He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Cornhuskers! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line.
Offense will take over 1st and 10.
And here we go, final play of the game right here. Goes to the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer.